We're back to keeping it positive with the Cleveland Browns. The first time since 1995 a quarterback in his debut has won the game, and Shedeur Sanders rips it up, getting the dub today, and we're going to go over that today, what they're saying on Twitter about Shedeur Sanders. We're going to crack some jokes. We're going to talk about what we've seen and what we want to see going forward. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now. I kept you glued with this quarterback battle all year long on the practice reps. We kept you up to date on what the coaches were doing, what the radio stations were saying, and we'll have more coming at you today, tomorrow, the next day. So you need to click that subscribe button right now. Stop missing out. But how does it feel, guys? How does it feel? Game just wrapped up. I don't have any interviews. I don't have any extra news outside of what we watched on the game. So if something pops up, I might throw it in here. But how are you feeling? How are you feeling about this going forward? Let's see what everybody else has to say. First things first. Game started with 200-plus passing yards this season. Gabriel 1 of 6. And that took 52 pass attempts, right? That took 52 pass attempts. Shedeur 1 of 1. Am I right? I felt like he had 2, but that one did take 52, 60 dropbacks. That was the Pittsburgh game, right? That was that crazy game. Shedeur over 200. Dillon Sampson coming in big, coming in clutch. You saw that deep ball.
I'm who they've been looking for. Appreciate it.
And I told you, he doesn't have to do much. He doesn't have to throw for 350 and 5 touchdowns. Limit the turnovers, limit the interceptions, and just play smart ball. And he did. He did. The TD. Boom. Dillon Sampson going house. Going house. First career touchdown right there. Dillon Sampson coming in huge right there. 17-3. The defense was nasty today. Everybody stepped up. Just about everybody stepped up. Rolling out the deep ball. That's what you get from him. That's what you get from him. Like we were saying today. Put yourself in the shoes of the Raiders. What do you need to do if you're the Raiders to not get ate up by Shedeur Sanders? You got to get to him. You got to get to him or he's going to find you downfield. And it doesn't have to be like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. All it takes is like 1 or 2 and this game's over. And that's it. And that's what happened. That's what happened. 52-yard pass from Shedeur Sanders while on the run. The Cleveland Browns haven't seen this throw that far this entire season. Giving this team some life. No one's joking about it. Notice when we do Dillon Gabriel, there's jokes. No one's joking or making fun of him. Where are all the Shedeur? Yeah, where are they at? They ran to the comment sections last week of my videos. Where are they at now? I know what they're saying, though. Oh, you got pulled out of the goal line. They had to run wildcat around the goal line. It was Quinshawn. That's what they said. Or they're going to go to the pick, or they'll go to that. Like I said this, and I forecasted this going in. Something will be there for the haters to chew on, while Shedeur fans will also get something. He will have a rookie moment here and there, and all you got to do is this and win the game. All you got to do is control the ball and you win the game. And that's it. That's it. And I know a lot of people are coming here to celebrate. You're coming to my channel to celebrate, and we're celebrating together. And I understand. Myles Garrett was in shock after Shedeur Sanders' unbelievable throw. I'm guessing that deep throw downfield. Like, that's something you don't see in Cleveland. Now, a lot of people were saying, hey, bro, defense did all the work, bro. This team does not score 20-plus points. This team does not score 20-plus points. Like, it doesn't matter how it happened. This team does not score 20-plus points until today. We listened to the fan. The fat blonde-headed dude was like, I'll be so happy if they score 20-plus points. That's all I want. I don't even know if they'll win or not, but I'll be so happy. We got it. They're going to be so erupting tomorrow. Now, some of them might be late and it'll be on Tuesday because they're all at this game. Maybe they catch the red eye or whatever. They're at this game. Cleveland Browns and Shedeur fans today. Yep. We're celebrating today, guys. Everybody's celebrating. He has said something cold. something cold today. I love this interview. I'm going to play that for you guys. Shedeur Sanders' first touchdown pass is a QB's dream. I get it, dude. I get it. But again, we're in position to make that play. We're in position to be there. Heck yeah. That's something you're not used to seeing here on this team. To Judy, look at that. You got to get to him. You got to get to Shedeur. That's the other thing no one's talking about. They were hating. Oh, man. He keeps drifting back in the pocket. All he does is drift back in the pocket. That's all he does. That's all we heard. Oh, man, he's got to stop doing that. Then I was like, this morning, I think, I was like, hey, put yourself in the Raiders' shoes. What do you got to do? You got to get to him. You're one of the worst pass rushes in the league. You're one of the worst pass rushing teams in the league when it comes to getting to the quarterback. If you don't get to him, he's going to light you up. He's going to find somebody downfield because Gabriel ain't even looking downfield. He does. That opens up the run a little bit. That opens up the short game. I think they called a good game for him. I don't think it was 100% perfect. I know you guys people criticize Shedeur Sanders after one quarter, yet J.J. McCarthy and Cam Ward continue to suck every week. That's true. That's my man, Scott. Give him a follow. That's my man, Scott. That's true. And you got to understand the context of the situation here. And you guys do, most of you guys who follow the channel. But we have to cram. We had to cram to get here. We had to cram our practice reps, everything to get ready for this game. Because we were neglected throughout training camp, minicamp, and OTAs. We were throwing to equipment guys. Now, the sucky backup quarterbacks who are content creators, pretty much they're NFL backup quarterbacks that failed that are just like me, but they get a little platform because they got to play in the league. Now, they'll gaslight you and be like, well, we never got the reps. Well, if you got the reps, maybe you had a better career. Maybe you would have had a career. Maybe you would have had a career, guys. Maybe that would have happened. But you're looking at this. I mean, this is what you needed to do. This is what you wanted, Browns fans. And so what am I expecting going forward here? He better be the starter. Going forward. Like, this team's going to turn over. Everything's going to erupt. We're going to be in the streets. Like, this is going to be they scored over 20 points today. With him. And first week of practice reps with the ones. Look what happened. Now also this is saying, hey, that was kind of necessary. Being prepared was kind of necessary here. How would he be looking if he had a fair shake in training camp, minicamp, OTAs? How would he be looking right now? He'd probably be your next man for ever. He'd be a franchise guy with 2 first-round picks in the chamber. And now we're going to sweat it out till Stefanski hits the microphone. And it'll probably come out right when this posts. It takes a bit for a video to post because YouTube's got to check it. YouTube's got to look it up. It will take a bit. Remember, they said his arm was average, and you're seeing, yeah, they did. I remember someone comparing him to Andy Dalton and Geno Smith. And everyone hated on that. But what they were doing was playing like, I don't know what the word strawman means, so I'm just going to use it. I don't know what that word means. But they're trying to play where Andy Dalton had some highlights in their career. So if he plays well, they're going to go to those highlights. Geno Smith was nasty at West Virginia. So if he plays well, they're going to go there. If he doesn't play well, they're going to go to the lowlights. They picked quarterbacks like that when they did that. I hope you guys knew that. No one called him out for that, but that's why they made those comparisons, not because of play. Miles Jackson, you're not used to seeing it. Browns fans, get excited. This hurt you in draft position a little bit. I don't think it matters. You got to see what you got here in Shedeur. You got to see what you have in Shedeur. If you don't see what you have in Shedeur, there ain't nobody hating. If you don't see what you have in him for the rest of the season, if you do not do that, if you go back to Gabriel, Stefanski, if you do that or go to Watson, where's the haters at, right? Where's the haters? I don't want to get busted by YouTube, but where's the haters at? They're dead silent. Again, you got to go back and look at Shedeur, and you got to give him the opportunity now to prove himself for the rest of the year. You got to. We know what Dillon Gabriel is. He's not the franchise for the future. He's not the franchise quarterback. this could be. And if it is, if he hits that upside, if you can get him up to that upside, if you polish him up, work with him some more, give him more weeks with the ones, give him those opportunities. You got 2 first-round picks, drafting fifth round salary. You got Deshaun Watson right here, just taking up a lot of cap, just taking up a lot of salary. And you know the answer with him. You looking at these quarterbacks, you think this team's going to develop another quarterback? You think after they clean house? And another thing, like they go away from him or if they go weird with these quarterbacks, it's almost destined. It's almost destined they're cleaning house. Now, Shedeur is the only ambiguous thing you got on this team that can turn it around, win you a streak of games, and maybe save your asses and you can be coaches for this team next year. He's the only thing you got left. Dillon Gabriel's not going to keep you in a job for the Cleveland Browns. You're not going to be there, Stefanski, if you go back to Dillon Gabriel. He sucks. He's not good. He's not good. Shedeur Sanders, you're going to have to work harder. You're going to have to work harder with him because you neglected him. I don't know what that is. 1-0 as a starting quarterback. The first quarterback to win on their debut for the Browns since 1995. The 42nd starter for the Cleveland Browns. I think they've had more starting quarterbacks since 1999, since we've had presidents since 1809. That's a stat for you if you haven't heard that one. That's been floating around. 209 passing yards, 11 for 20. You can say this, you can say that. You can say this. On the sack, he ran forward, he wasn't drifting back. He ran forward, he wasn't drifting back. Where are we at, guys? Where are we at? I want to hear you guys. How you feeling? How you feeling? No hating. No hating. Shedeur is the first Browns QB win his first career start since 1995. 1999's when the 42 quarterback streak started. 1995 is what they said on the broadcast. And no one's going to say this, but Ross Tucker calling the game, eh? Ross Tucker calling the game, eh? Ross Tucker just hating on him nonstop. Ross Tucker calling the game today, huh? Ross Tucker, all these weeks talking about he doesn't need the reps. I want to see Dillon Gabriel for another month. Like really lenient on Dillon Gabriel. Wouldn't say anything bad about Dillon Gabriel. Talking about how his grandpa or dad hated on Deion. All this stuff. All this coming ahead. And he's calling the game. How ironic. We didn't have Big Nose interviewing him, though. She was at a different game. But Big Nose, who's been hating on him, wasn't there. And there we go. There we go. I'm just happy to be able to celebrate with you guys. If I get some interviews, if they start playing quick, they're going to be in here. You probably already watched them, but this is right after the game. I ran here. I was thinking of you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me all this time. We got a ride to go. We got a ride to go. Tomorrow, more vids. Everything's going to be blowing up. It's going to be blowing up all week. I'm excited to talk ball with you guys, looking at these quarterbacks for the rest of the season, next year, every year. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out so you don't miss out. I want to thank you still. Catch you on the next one.